Hey guys, so we're going to have dinner for 3 tonight. We're going to have some ribeye steaks. We need rosemary. We need fresh mushrooms. A little butter back there. Some Montreal steak seasoning. Garlic powder. We have our kosher salt in there. We have onion as well. We're going to make these steaks in the oven on broil. It won't take over 20 minutes. You put your baked potatoes in the microwave, guys. Put you some broccoli on the stove. And by the time your steaks come out the oven, you have a full dinner. That's what we're going to have tonight in 20 minutes. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Give me just 1 minute to rinse these steaks off, and I'll be back over here in just a second. We're going to have a steakhouse dinner tonight. Okay, guys, so I'm back. I just rinsed them off to make sure if they were dropped, moved, did anything wrong with them, or whatever may have happened along the way to get to us, that they are rinsed off. It's not, you don't want to rinse all of the blood and the stuff out of it. You just want to rinse. So basically, I always start with my garlic powder. Put some on both sides. I'm gonna massage it in. I have about a tablespoon of garlic powder. Got a tablespoon of Montreal steak seasoning. This is for both sides, guys. If I use more, I'll let you know. But this should be enough for both sides. We're going to massage this stuff in, guys. We have rosemary. I got 2 teaspoons of rosemary. This is a must for your steaks, guys. Oh my God, this is a must. You need to have the rosemary. And we have kosher salt. I'm pinching it over. I'm going to do it on both sides. I prefer the kosher salt for my steaks. You put as much as you want. I'm going to put as much as I want. Now I'm going to take and I'm going to massage this in. I actually have a little machine to make my steaks more tender, but we had some of these last night and they were tender enough for us. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. If I take a break here, I'll leave and come back in and show you what I'm talking about with the little machine, and I'll show you how to use it. It's not really a machine, it's just a hand press, and you press the in the meat. But you make sure that you get, I think on the other side I'm going to use a little more because I like my I like to be able to see my pepper flakes from my as far as my Montreal steak seasoning. So anything that you have left over, always discard it if you have it in the container and you've been touching on it and stuff and touching the meat because you don't want to. I'm just trying to measure for you guys to give you an idea of how much I'm using so that, you know, you can kind of do it. I usually do by eye, but I'm doing this for you guys. I'm kind of trying to measure out so that you guys can have an idea of what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm going to use a little more than a tablespoon of this because I'm definitely going to. I'll take off a pair of these gloves. You guys know I season with one hand and massage in with the other, unless I'm using both, and that's why I kind of use my several pair of gloves on when I'm cooking. Sorry, I'm pausing in between and trying to make sure I'm thinking and saying the right thing. COVID got me, so I kind of forget where I'm at sometimes. You guys have to forgive me. And I'm definitely going to use a little bit more rosemary. like I said, I usually measure by eye, and then I put my stuff in. I'm going to put the video up a little bit so you guys can see, get an idea of what I'm doing. Christopher, do me a favor, honey. Come in here and take this down for me. Make sure that you get seasoning all over everything.
Take what down?
Take this down, sweetheart, so I can... Also, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what that little thing looks like when you, if you want to tenderize your meat without having meat tenderizer, because if the meat tenderizer is tenderizing the meat, imagine what it's doing to your insides. So we will be back in just a few. Hey guys, here's the meat tenderizer right here, and this is what it looks like. And it comes with a little brush and a little container to close it off. I don't think I spent $10 on this thing, but it really tenderizes the meat, and I'll show you what I'm talking about in just in a few seconds. So guys, here it is, and you can actually see little knives come out when you squeeze it down or whatever. I don't make any money off of this. I'm showing you guys so that you'll know all you're doing is taking it across your meat instead of beating your meat with the cleaver. You take this and you go through every part. I really didn't have to do this because this meat was already tender, but I said so I can show you. That's all you do. And then I'm going to move the steak apart because it kind of made it a little thinner than what it is. These steaks are about a little over an inch thick. I'm going to take these steaks and stick them in the oven on broil on high. I'm going to have them in for the first 10 minutes. You do 7 to 10 minutes depending on how you want it, you know, how well you want it cooked. I'm doing about 10 minutes on each side, and I will let you know to see, because I like mine with a little pink in the center. I don't like it to be well done. I don't do well done steak. So it's up to you. If you need it well done, you need to have it on for a little longer. If you need it less than what I have it, like I do a medium well. So medium is how I like mine basically. So with it being medium, I don't do over 20 minutes in the oven. I do usually between 15 and 20 all together. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so we're back and we're cutting these vegetables up. The mushrooms, what I do is I just cut them. I don't do them really thin because they're going to go in the oven on broil. I do a nice little amount size for each mushroom. While they're in the oven for that first half, I usually come over and slice my mushrooms, and then my mushrooms and my onions, because I put them right on in there on broil when I go for the second half. I know better than this. Sorry about that, guys. You're really not supposed to pick your knife back up. I'm just being lazy tonight. Lazy can cost you your fingers, so be careful, guys. So long story short, guys, we're just going to basically cut the onions up, and when those, you know, I put it on 7 minutes on the first side, and then when I put the onions and the mushrooms on top, and then put a little more seasoning on top so that the everything will be well seasoned, and it'll be like, you know, like you sauteed your vegetables. Long story short, I'll cut these onions up really quick, and we'll be done with this, and we'll come back in a minute and show you when you put your stuff in the oven on broil, do not put it the closest one to the oven, to the top of the oven. If your broiler is at the top, what I want you to do is put it in the second hole so that it won't be that close where it'll burn on the outside and won't cook on the inside. You want it cooked on the inside to a certain degree, depending on how well you want it done. My onions and my My onions and my mushrooms have been washed and cleaned and everything. So I'm just cutting these. I use the same knife because they're going to go in the same way, guys. Don't talk about me. I didn't rinse it off. But the onions and the mushrooms are all about to go in the same area. So I'll cut this one this way. 1 second. I'm going to cut across this way and then I'm going to be done with this onion. So guys, I will see you in a few over at the oven because it's almost time for us to get those, turn the steaks over and put these on, and a little more seasoning on top of the onions and the mushrooms. I'll see you back in a few. Hey guys, we are back after cooking for we did 6 minutes. I saw that it was getting a little dark for me on the top, so what I'm going to do is turn it over. And once I get it turned over, I'm going to put my mushrooms and onions on top. You can, you know, if you don't like mushrooms and onions, if you don't like mushrooms and onions, guys, don't put them on there. I like sauteed mushroom and onions, and so do my grandkids and my son. We all eat mushrooms and onions, so that's what we're going to have on our steaks tonight. So I'm covering it up a little bit, but that's going to give this a chance to cook and also give your steak a chance to have a little more seasoning. So again, as I said, you're just going to sprinkle on top. You're not trying to over season. You're just trying to sprinkle so that your onions and mushrooms have some seasoning. We're going to take some of the salt and sprinkle on top of it as well. The rest of your kosher salt that you took out, anything that's left over from your seasonings, just discard it. You're not going to use it again. And that'll be all, guys. I'm going to stick this back in the oven. I'm going to put it in for another 7 minutes. And I will have everything in the description, as I said. Hey, guys. So we're at 15 minutes here. We did 7 on one side. And 8 on the other. We got the center as a little pink, as I said, how we like it. One moment, let me take this big old glove off so I can get it. It's up to you how pink you like yours in the center. This is medium well, and this is how we like our steak. If you guys want it in a little longer, you can do up to 20 minutes total, and your 20 minutes total will be everything, you know, 10 and 10. 10 on each side for well done, and I did 15 minutes, and that's enough for ours. This is how we like our steak. So I just wanted to give you, like I said, we like ours a little pink in the inside. It makes it so that it's less chance for being tough. Here, I don't want to drop this trying to pick it up where you guys can see it, but yeah, we like a little pink in the center. So this is it for our segment here. What I'm going to do is show you this plated up, and we'll be back shortly. Give me a moment. Guys, I almost forgot my favorite part. I'm going to take a tab of butter and put on each one of these while it's resting. And oh my God, when it's all done and said, this is going to be awesome. Let me move these onions out of the way. So you don't even need all of this on here now. I just put it on there so I can extra season it. But we're going to let these rest for about 2 minutes before I cut and set them. 1 second, let me put a little butter over here so we can make sure all of it is good. The butter is optional. It's up to you how you want to do it, but this is how we like our ribeye. And we'll see you guys in just a few. Guys, let me show you how tender this steak is. Let me hold it still while I'm doing this, but you always cut your steak and meats against the grain. Any beef you have, cut it against the grain. Now I'm about to plate this up so we can get our dinner on. I just wanted you guys to see where we were with this here ribeye. And I will see you in a few minutes. Hey guys, so this is the steak. Plate it up, guys. This dinner took me about 20 minutes from start to finish. I hope you enjoy. Try it at home. Here's an up close, guys. And I showed you what the center looked like. This is the whole steak. Hope you enjoyed our tutorial today. Thank you for being a subscriber. Thank you for you that are watching and have not yet subscribed or thinking about doing it. Come on, guys. What are you waiting on? Come on and subscribe and hang out with us for a while.